お前の道はここで終わりだ。見せてその先の力というもの。ブリーチ、ブレイブソウルズ。
Alright, what is going on, you guys? This is your boy the Death Smasher, and welcome back to yet another Bleach Brave Souls video. And today we are going to be revisiting the 5th anniversary characters. Now, these characters brought a brand new set of skills that completely revolutionized the game and pretty much set a new standard for every single anniversary in the game to pretty much introduce to us broken characters and always be the best characters that we get in the game for every type of anniversary. Let's just go ahead and talk about these characters and revisit them all at once in one video. We're going to start off with Byakuya and then move on to Ichigo. Now, Byakuya was the very first ever character to start the whole Beyond Bankai designs for each and every single one of the captains that we have gotten in the Spirits Are Forever With You novel collaboration with this game. And this character, upon coming out, he was one of the best speed characters in the game. However, compared to 5th anniversary Ichigo, this guy fell out quite quickly because of inheritance trials and the new guild quest difficulty, which was hard mode. So back then, this guy got pretty much power crept, and speed was very much in a rough spot until 7th anniversary with the release of Uryu, and then we just gotten back-to-back speed characters at around every quarter of the year until Tensei came out, and then just completely got this character off of the top 10 list. So like, this character, in my opinion, he is not even a top 10 unit anymore for speed. We've just gotten that many better characters that you can use over this Byakuya as a whole. Now, that being said, Soul Reaper / Captain Affiliation unit with the Soul Reaper and Hollow Killers. Soul trait of strong attack recharge time of minus 14%. And this character, even though he did fell out quite quickly, look, let's give him a bit of pros, alright? He was the very first character to start the 960 into Homing Vortex. So you guys have to thank this character right here as to why we have it on units such as the 6th anniversary Aizen, or even characters like Spirits Are Forever With You Kisuke and the Power 1000-Year Blower Yamamoto, the Speed Macy, 7th anniversary Ichigo. So many characters that have now gotten the strong attack is now thanks to this character right here. He was the progenitor of that second strong attack. And to top it all off, was also the very first ever unit that had both Frenzy and Bombardment simultaneously, making him one of the best nukers upon coming into the game. And for GQ, before the hard mode was implemented, was actually fantastic. You could literally nuke while having this character 5-5 and just get the whole damn rune done, and all you need to do is just use the Soul Bomb and pop the SA2 and it was done. But ever since hard mode came in, that just got completely nerfed until the likes of Upbrook Ichigo came in, which was the second character to have Frenzy with Bombardment, but only difference is that he had status elements like Weakening and was able to sub 1 at 5-5 in hard GQ. So yeah, this character was also the progenitor that started the Frenzy plus Bombardment combo, which is pretty good. And then to pretty much end it off, was the very first ever character to get Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is a broken skill because it meant being able to nullify range resistance and also having guard break simultaneously, all into one skill, meaning that for extreme co-op, he was the best speed character to use as a whole, and he would also get all of his hits with the strong attacks without having any type of damage nerf from enemies that have range guard. So Byakuya literally had that all settled down. Now, that being said, there was just one issue with this character, is that his only good strong attack was just the SA2. Here, Byakuya's SA1 was the 18% shave range collision attack. It's the same one as 8th anniversary Ichigo. Now, that strong attack, I defended it a lot recently, and it was literally because of Quincy Ichigo and the 8th anniversary version of Ichigo, because they all had one thing in common: higher multipliers, increased status element chance, and double status elements. Whereas with this Byakuya, you only give him Frenzy and 40% Berserker, and the strong attack is really bad. It's terrible. Even worse when he doesn't have status elements in order to pierce through the Iron Skin in Inheritance Trials. And then the SA3, it's the same SA as White's SA3, but once again, way worse because he only has 40% Berserker, no status elements to help complement the fact that this strong attack hits so many times to the point that it's actually inconsistent. And yeah, that is his main drawback, the kit. Now, this character did bring a good fresh start to that SA2, but they did balance out this character by giving him whack strong attacks, and it didn't really help out in this character's longevity, especially now when he's not even a top 10 character anymore. Now, this character, along with 5th anniversary Ichigo, can get a resurrection. We did just get Mugetsu and Full Hollow Ichigo's resurrection a month ago, and it was literally before the end of the month of Thousand Year Blower. So the likelihood of these two characters getting a resurrection is quite high, and if they were to resurrect Byakuya, all this guy really needs is 50% damage to non-afflicted enemies. If he gets that as a skill, it's a W. In terms of the innate abilities, if they give him something like full stamina only, increased strong attack damage 40%, that's gonna be an even bigger W, or even complete status immunity, which can help out a lot in his case. And then on the soul trait, just give him 16% damage to non-afflicted enemies, and then I would actually say that he's gonna be a very solid character for Limit Breaker Quest and Inheritance Trials. But now, why don't we go ahead and give him a spin in both Epic Grades and Inheritance Trials, right? Alright, here we are in Epic Grade. This is going to be the Mayuri Epic Grade. Now, he is not a bonus, but we do have the Soul Reaper Killer in effect here. And this is my Byakuya. He is Max Transcended with 500 SP and T20 with full stamina damage boost and weakened defense. And this is the setup. T-set, built, Tension Tie, all with 30% SP. Purple Tosher links with full stamina damage boost. And then all three of these links are 5'5", 500 SP, level 10 SP. That is all you guys really need to know, and you guys will see how well Byakuya will do here. Okay, now how fast is Byakuya going to be able to clear here? Now let's just go and pop the the Soul Bomb, excuse me, with the stutters. Sadly, only got it down to 83%, but thankfully, once we get that weakened defense and use the SA2, yeah, that does a good amount of damage. SA3 isn't too shabby, but you need to be careful when it comes to popping it off, because it does leave you stuck in place. And yeah, and the SA1 really is not helping out the situation whatsoever. SA3 is good though, no complaints. SA2 is going to be the strong point because, yeah, look at that. You just take away a lot of HP, and then the SA1 just sucks. And I lost my full stam. Yeah. This is, okay, let me just go and restart the run, but you guys got the gist of how Byakuya played here. Okay, there we go. This damn boss is annoying, I'm not gonna lie. And there we go. We cleared in less than a minute. But yeah, that is actually quite a slow run for a character that is Max Transcended, and yeah. And literally, if this guy just had a better SA1 to complement the fact that he had the 960 and Tohome Vortex, and of course a better SA3 that's a bit more consistent in the case of this guy not having status elements, it would have been a lot better in the long run. Like, honestly speaking, it would have been a lot better. But now let's bring him into Inheritance Trials. Alright, we saw what he was capable in Epic Grades, but now it's time to see what this guy can do in IT. And yeah, we're running a hybrid SAR SID setup. All three of my links are 5'5", 500 SP, level 10 SP. And we do not have Killer in here, so this is pretty much the perfect opportunity to show you guys how Byakuya is actually going to do in Inheritance Trials. And also shout out to my boy Rudak for coming in, because we're doing a solo run and we're going to start off. So yeah. Okay, and hold on, I just need to check my sound real quick. Okay, now let's see what this guy can do. And yeah, SA1 is terrible. SA2 is doing something, and matter of fact, it's what's really helping out Byakuya. And then the SA3, it did kill off some mobs, but not all of them, making it quite inconsistent without the status elements. But yeah, as you guys can see, Byakuya's saving grace is mainly going to be that SA2 of his, and yeah, he's not really putting out the best damage besides his one strong attack, because that 18% shave, let's be honest here, without status elements, yeah, it doesn't even clean out the rest of the enemy mobs. Like, bro, that's not good. SA3, it kills off some mobs, but not some of the tougher mobs, and then you have the SA2 backing you up So while this guy is usable in Inheritance Trials, there's just way too many better characters to use overall that this character has just fallen off way too far. Like, trust, if you use the 3rd anniversary Ulquiorra, at 1.5, he's gonna do better than a 5.5 Byakuya. And this is at 5.5, by the way, so the results aren't looking too impressive for someone that came out in 2020. And only 5th anniversary Ichigo and 1000-Year Blower Mummy Rukio survived that year in terms of being really great characters, whereas a lot of the characters have definitely fallen off. Like, hold on, I need to see the base with DSA2. Okay, thank God I got paralyzed when I wasn't attacking, but yeah. Yeah, there you guys go. Also, not that great how that SA3 also stun locks you, so... yeah, he's quite slow as a character, Jesus. Or he may screw you. And there we go, she's finally down. Now, taking care of Booty is going to be a bit of a problem, except for when he charges up that attack. He's just going to do this, and he's dead. There we go. Yeah, I forgot to swap weakened defense for long stride, but honestly at this point, I think I'd rather keep in the weakened defense just so that way I can quickly clear out the last room just fine, and I don't even have to worry about, you know, too much. Even though this guy doesn't have a tension tie, it's going to be a bit of a nuisance for trying to nuke out the entire room. But hey, as long as we're keeping the full stand, that's all that matters here. But yeah. And of course, as a Soul Reaper killer, excuse the long pause, we have Tensa, which is like literally a Byakuya but way more cracked and without the 916 Tome Vortex. Like, just has the best SA1, great SA3, like, yeah. Tensa 2 at 1.5 is just gonna do what Byakuya does at 5.5, but way better. Plus, he's literally meant for Inheritance Trials. Alright, now let's nuke out the entire map. Although we have no tension tie, so yeah, only got up to Riruka and Shad, and we didn't even fully clean it out, so yeah. Oh, great, I died, but I'll just use the free revive, and there we go. Everyone is dead, and we cleared with Byakuya. Now, how fast was the clear time? Because I'm assuming this was definitely over 3 minutes. I was not enjoying my runtime with this character, especially since he has no stab summons. Like, this character is definitely going to get a resurrection. Oh yeah, 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Yeah, definitely not the greatest. Anyways, I was saying, this character can get resurrected next year along with 5th anniversary Ichigo. And honestly speaking, what they need to do with this character is give him 50% pure damage on the skills. If they do that, Byakuya might make a very good comeback, and he'll actually be better to use in some of the harder content like Limit Break Request and Inheritance Trials. Like, he needs to pick that up, plus 16% pure damage, just like what Nemu picked up on the Soul Trade. So if he picks that up, I think that he's gonna make a solid comeback. I don't think he's gonna make a comeback at all in Guild Quest, but at least in harder content like Limit Break Request and Inheritance Trials, it can work out in his favor if he gets those upgrades. Up next is 5th anniversary Ichigo. Now, this character actually aged very well, and he is still a top 10 character for power. Now, he is a bit low and almost close to falling off on the list, but thankfully, this guy, all he really needs is just better damage upon getting his resurrection, and that's it. He's just pretty much good to go, because his kit is actually better, aged better than Byakuya, and he's still going to be putting out a good amount of damage when at 5.5 max transcendence. But that is true to say that we still have better characters for power, because we got the likes of 1000-Year Blower Yamamoto, and then, of course, the 8th anniversary Ichigo that all just play better than this Ichigo right here. But he is still solid. He is still very good. He is definitely one of the better aging anniversary characters alongside the 6th anniversary Aizen and Art Book Ichigo, as a matter of fact. But yeah, Soul Reaper with Hollow and a Ronker Killer, strong attack recharge time of minus 12%. He was the very first ever character to come with a higher Berserker. 60% Berserker with weakening was unheard of back then, because if a character had status elements with Havoc, the max that the character was going to be able to get was 20% Berserker and nothing more. 60% Berserker, on the other hand, literally meant a big deal, meaning that this guy was putting out big damage, and once again, this guy had a better kit than Byakuya, albeit he does have a weaker SA2, because he doesn't have the 960 Tome Vortex, but this time around just a regular 960, but just does better than Byakuya on all strong attacks. Because he's got the lunge, which is 570 radius, although I'm not gonna lie, I still prefer the 18% shave when done well, and of course, has status elements, better DPS multipliers, etc, etc, but in the case of comparing 5th anniversary Ichigo and Byakuya, Ichigo still had the lunge being better, and then the SA3 being the charge distant AoE in front, full screen once fully charged, and literally just one-shots enemy mobs. This character was the GOAT for power-only inheritance trial for so goddamn long that if you guys did not have this Ichigo of Max Transcended, you guys were pretty much, you know, left in the dust getting carried by this Ichigo, which is actually crazy to really think about. That's how good this character was upon release. But besides that, not much besides introducing the higher DPS multipliers, and of course the same stuff as Byakuya, being Marauder. What Byakuya could do with Sharpshooter, being able to nullify a range resistance and having guard break, Ichigo does the same thing, but nullifies melee resistance, and also has guard break simultaneously. That is the only main difference. Marauder is for melee resistance, and Sharpshooter is for range resistance. Okay, capiche? Okay, we good. So of course, just like Byakuya, this character was the best unit to use for extreme co-op, and he would be able to get all of his essays out consistently, and no one would pretty much survive. Now, granted, this character did suffer the same fate as Byakuya, but nowhere near as bad because his hit is literally what held him up to be a pretty damn good character, to the point that he was still tied with Thousand Year Blow Rukia, and in some cases was actually better than Rukia for Guild Quest. Look, if you guys have this character Max Transcended, he can still be used in Guild Quest. Okay, the same thing can be said as Byakuya, but I feel like there's just not that much consistency with him, to the point that you're just better off using a better side for ranged Soul Reaper and Hollow Killers. Whereas this guy, let's say you don't have a better side unit for a sub 1, this character will still do just fine. All you guys need for him to do is just pop the SA2, and there you guys go. He's still damn good. Anywho, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna run him in Epic Grades and then in Inheritance Trials. So let's do that real quick. Alright, let's start off with Epic Grades, and yeah, we pretty much have the same similar setup as Byakuya. And yeah, the only links here this time around that are 5-5 are just my ult and Tag Team Byakuya, but the Chad is only level 10 SP, not 5-5, and I did swap out Long Stride for Weakened Defense on my 5th anniversary Ichigo if it will let me scroll down. And yeah, you guys will see how we'll do in terms of Soul Bomb damage. Now, keep in mind, Ichigo, unlike Byakuya, will not have Killer. But are we going to struggle with this character? I think not. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is do a charge nuke, which is basically charge up the strong attack, activate the Soul Bomb to, you know, let it play out. So that way we can already pop off the weakened defense, and then there we go. We could already use our 3rd strong attack completely charged up and ready to go, and yeah, as you guys saw, the nuke isn't as powerful as Byakuya was, where we got it down to 83%, whereas with this Ichigo, it was 87, so the difference in raw strength is there, but it's also due to the fact that Byakuya actually had Killer here. Ichigo does not have Killer, thus, as you guys can see right here, it's kind of resulting in pretty much doing a slower run. Like, it's pretty noticeable. Hold on. Oh, jeez. How did I not lose my HP? I don't even know. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to sub 1 here. If we had Killer, we can definitely sub 1 minute this whole entire Epic Grade. But still, seeing what this guy's able to do without Killer is actually quite good. Okay, never mind. We still got, like, a complete 1 minute run in, as you guys saw, and yeah, he's still good, but again, Ichigo did not have Killer, whereas Byakuya did, which is why it resulted in Byakuya clearing a lot faster, with the Soul Bomb doing more damage on the SA2, SA3 actually being good, and then the SA1 being crashed. But as you guys saw, Ichigo still had the better kit, but cleared slow because we didn't have Killer there. But that's just about it. Let's move on to Inheritance Trials now. Here we are in IT. Now, we won't have Killer just like Byakuya here because these are human mobs, but yeah, Pill, Badge, and T-Set all with 30% SP, and then the same setup as we use in Epic Grades. Not gonna put in Long Stride at this point because I may as well do a fair and even comparison between the gap of the two, and you know, see how well Ichigo still has aged as a character. Okay, let's see how well this character still holds up. And okay, well, one of the tougher mobs are still living, but like, okay, that was just ridiculous. Okay, let's just charge up the SA3. Get over here. Yeah, okay, this is already so much better than Byakuya. Like, Byakuya is not putting in this kind of work. Like, sure, he is definitely gonna keep you and your allies protected with that vortex of his. But that's it. And you only have one good strong attack with him. Whereas this guy, he has 3 good strong attacks. Okay, maybe not the lunge because it's a bit outdated, but like, he still has a much better SA3, which is going to help you clean out the rest of the enemy mobs, like as if it were nothing. Like, this character still holds up nicely, and he's still a top 10. He is starting to fall off a bit because we have better power characters in the game now, and it is, you know, starting to be hella noticeable, but he's still great. This is him at max transcendence, by the way, without killer, without anything, and my links are pretty much all 5-5, low 10 SP, 500 SP on the 6 slot, besides the Senkaman chat, and look at what this guy's doing. It's good. He holds up nicely. He ain't as crazy as like 8th anniversary Ichigo or 1000-year blower Power Yamamoto, but he's putting in the work, and that's all that matters. I won't even be surprised if we get like a 3-minute clear time, and hopefully we'll do it better. So hold on. Okay. But yeah, that being said, I do kind of wish we had a bit more, you know, crowd control and range with that SA1 though. Like, okay, there we go. Look how Orihime got caught in the blast. Alright, don't give barriers, please. There we go. Orihime's dead. Let's watch out for Uryu. Okay, good. He's charging. Oh god, I didn't even notice there were enemy mobs right there. Those damn human mobs, they are dangerous, bro. Like, they're way more dangerous than Quincy's Hollows and Soul Reapers all together. Like, why are they the strongest enemy mobs in the game? Like, it's so stupid. Like, look at them. They literally are 6-star characters. Okay, let me just charge up again. And, yeah, I just wasted my SA3 like a buffoon. Great. Fantastic. Okay, but after this enemy mob, we should get into the bosses. Okay, now we did. Okay, let me just stand back. Jackie, get the hell off of me, bro. And she boosts. God damn, that's annoying. Alright. But yeah, a lot better in terms of damage, but not so much for, like, you know, crowd control and protection, but fuck that. I think I'd rather be able to clear out most of the enemy mobs than just have protection around me. So, yeah, let's just go and nuke with the Soul Bomb. We're gonna... Yeah, similar stuff as Byakuya. Now, let's just get away this time. Yeah, screw you. And look at that! In just 2 strong attacks, we wiped out both Ginjo and Tsukishima, which is marvelous. Marvelous. Now, let's see the clear time. How, short... Well, how slow were we, actually? Yeah, 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Yeah, that's how much of a difference it is between these two characters. Like, Byakuya has definitely fallen off. He's not that good anymore as he once used to be. And then Ichigo, he's still hanging in there. Like, definitely. If you guys don't use him for Guild Quest as a main unit, you can easily pop this guy full stamina, damage boost, and long stride, and you'll be able to, you know, go through fast. He does have 2 flash steps, so you can kind of get away with it and just be able to clear out most of the content. He's still great for a lot of stuff. He's still good for hard GQ. He's still good for IT. It's just limit break requests, in my opinion, where he is going to struggle because of the SA1. But like everything else, he's fine. He's good. And it's going to be crazy because next year he should get a resurrection. And let's just see what he picks up. Personally, for me, if he picks up something like complete status immunity and 50% SP buff, I think that would be the best resurrection. Whereas Byakuya needs pure damage as a whole. He needs help. This guy, not so much, but do give him like 50% SP boost and we're cooking. Now, allow me to ask you guys a question. Do you guys still enjoy using the 5th anniversary characters, and do you still like playing as them? Let me know in the comment section below. For me, personally, because we have better characters, I have not been touching these characters as much. But when I do get around to playing as 5th anniversary Ichigo, I forget how good this character is and how enjoyable he is to use as an actual unit to the point that I still like him. Not as much as like Thousand Year Blower Yama or the 8th anniversary Ichigo, but just about enough to be able to play as him. And then for me with Byakuya, I just don't use him anymore. I really don't. I prefer playing as my baby boy Ulquiorra, and I love using Tensa and Retsu more than this guy right here, which is quite unfortunate, but hopefully with his resurrection, he'll become better, and it should be in a year from now. My statement will probably age nicely, or it will age like spoiled milk. We'll find out if K-Lab decides to change the resurrection schedule. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, share this video with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Death Smasher, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one. So take care, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara.